Hey guys, DownPat27 here, and the moment we've been waiting for over a year has finally come. Yes, as you can tell, I'm in a church steeple, but I am in the Asylum Church, the one that's behind the cathedral. Yeah, the cathedral's right in front of me across the street. And here is the bell. I don't know if you can see that. It was cast in 1871 by Beatty and White, which is in East Hampton, Connecticut, which isn't that far from here. Yeah, we're in Hartford right now. And also, the time is now 11:54, and it's almost noon, so this bell is about to strike noon. So first what we're gonna do is we're gonna just watch the bell strike noon, and then after it strikes, we're gonna go up and take a look at the clock. So we're doing pretty much the same thing we did at Willington. That's the first church that I ever went into and showed you guys from inside, where first we went to the bell and the clock was up. So we're gonna do the same thing here. So we got about 5 minutes till the bell rings, so just stand by. Okay, it's 11:58, so this bell's gonna ring in 2 minutes. So what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to tell you exactly how accurate to the second it is once it rings, because now I got my handy dandy Apple Watch, which shows the exact time. So you see it's 11:58 now, almost 11:59, but the guy who's with me told me it's a little bit slow, so I'll see. So we might hear the cathedral ring before this one. Hear that? That's the cathedral. Or is it Trinity?
I think that's Trinity.
No, I think it sounds like the cathedral.
Oh yeah, it's coming from their town.
So it is the cathedral.
Yep.
And 12 o'clock right there. So it's already a little slow. It's 12:02. Are you sure it's working?
Unless it was when it was reset, it's possible that it was set late. But this is really late.
Because the clock looks pretty much right.
The clock is working. But why is the bell not?
Like I said, I don't think I heard it during church when I thought we should have at 11 o'clock. Okay guys, so it's 12:04 now and the bell still hasn't rung yet, so I wonder if it's even working. Okay, so now we're starting to question if the bell hammer from the clock is working or not, because it's already 12:06, this doesn't happen. But what we're gonna do now is actually, another way that we can ring the bell manually is, I'll show you the switch later, but these two hammers, you can like turn a knob and they ring manually. So we're gonna ring them 12 times, so let's watch that. Even though we'll technically be cheating, because it's not really rung by the clock, but whatever, better than nothing. It's gonna be these hammers, we're gonna alternate. Okay, so as you can see, this hammer was really loud, but this one wasn't as loud. Sometimes it didn't even strike. So this one seems to be working fine, but this one seems to be having issues, because sometimes it just struck soft, or sometimes it didn't strike at all. Wait, pause the video. I then found out that the right hammer isn't broken. It's like that on purpose. The left one is the main one. The right one's only supposed to just create a softer echo. I don't know what the point of that is, but whatever, that's how it is. Okay, now, back on with the video. Okay, one last thing before we go up to the bells. What I'm going to do is, you can see this, just like in Woodbury, the last one we went to last year, this was a week that you used to be able to pull the rope and swing it, but that's been taken away. But the clapper's still there, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just ring it with the clapper myself. Get ready, here we go. Okay, so here we are up at the very top where the clock is. So the clock is in here. But before that, I just want to show you that they have, these are the 4 clock faces on the sides here. But they also have a window you can slide out and see a great view of Hartford. That's kind of cool. Which way is the cathedral?
Right here.
Okay, let me show that. Also, on this side here, look. See, there's the cathedral right there. Okay, now let's take a look at the clock. Okay, here we are. This is the clock mechanism itself. So I got someone here who's gonna explain to me how this all works.
So the mechanism here, there are the four sides of this room. They all go out to one of the clock faces on all 4 sides of the tower. You have this wheel and mechanism here, which controls going down to the bell to strike the hour. You have an actual clock face right here, which is what they do to change the time in the fall and the spring, and this mirrors what the hands do on the outside of the tower.
Also right here, this is the motor that drives the clock, right?
Correct. So here's the motor itself, connected to the different flywheels.
So this is the motor. That's what's driving the clock, and then it's hooked up to that wheel and it's hooked up to all the other wheels, and then also let me ask you, does the bell only chime on the hour, or does it strike once on the half hour?
I believe it used to strike on the half hour. I'm not sure if it still does.
Yeah, because remember the first church that I went to at Willington, that one does strike on the half hour, and the mechanism pretty much works exactly the same as this. Now, back in the olden days, they used to be driven by mechanical via weights. I haven't got to see one of those yet, so hopefully I'll get to see one of those soon. Well, Woodbury, the one we went up last year, that one's like that, but the clock was broken when we saw it, so I didn't get to see a mechanical clock in action. So hopefully at some point I'll see if I can find a mechanical clock that I can go see. Okay, we just climbed down the tower, and this is the motor that drives those 2 hammers that were just ringing the bell that I showed you. So now, one last thing I need to show you is the switch you turn to turn that on. So let me show you that now. Okay, and last thing before we go is this knob is the switch to turn on those 2 manual hammers on the bell. So I'm gonna do it now to show you, okay? Here we go, and then we're gonna be able to hear the bell faintly from in here. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's it. See you in my next video.